Live team coverage as police continue to surround a Brockway Jefferson County home after a trooper shot. That's next.
Forecast First in high definition is driven by Joel Confer Toyota, Scion, and BMW State College.
Thanks for joining us this evening. Temperatures dropping off this evening quickly, but not as fast as recent nights. We're still going to have low temperatures in the 40s, only a few pockets of fog. A mix of clouds and sunshine early in the day, but look at the quick rebound. Back to near 60 at noontime. Clouds break for sunshine in the afternoon. Temperatures reach to near 70.
Live from your news leader, this is WTAJ News at 11 in high definition.
Please try to make him get him to call me and don't shoot him.
Okay.
Please let me talk to him first.
There you hear a sister making a passionate plea to police to spare her brother's life. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Clay.
And I'm Carolyn Donaldson. A trooper was shot in the neck this afternoon in Brockway, Jefferson County around 2:30. Now, he was shot through a door as he was serving a warrant with another trooper. That trooper pulled him to safety, and the injured trooper is currently in stable condition at UPMC Altoona.
At this hour, police are still at the home at 1881 Cemetery Road. WTAJ News reporter Leah Kirstein's been there all afternoon. She joins us now live with the very latest on this situation there. Leah?
John and Carolyn, this is still a very active situation. State police tell us that it could last all evening and throughout the morning. Right now, we can confirm a CERT team has surrounded the home of Kenneth Lee Sr. He is 60 years old. He lives in this home on Cemetery Hill Road with his 23-year-old son, Kenny. Now, state police will not confirm who is in that home right now, but they will tell us that around 2:30 this afternoon, the State Police Drug Task Force went to that home to serve a warrant. That's when a man opened fire on them through a door, and a trooper was shot in the neck. They believe he was also shot with a second bullet. He was flown from the scene to Altoona UPMC, and we are told at this hour that he has actually been flown from there to a Pittsburgh hospital. He is in stable condition.
A situation none of us likes to be involved with. Any of us that has been involved in law enforcement for any amount of time, unfortunately, we've had those notifications occur. The first thought is concern for whether the trooper will be all right. And then for the family and making sure that we've taken care and gotten them all the help that we can get them. So, you know, certainly it's a shock to the troopers that and the police officers that work with that trooper day in and day out. We'll work with all of them to get through this. It's unfortunately a part of the job.
Now, at this hour, police say this situation is controlled. They say everyone in the area is safe. As things are ongoing, they are going to leave Cemetery Hill Road closed. Now, Ben Manning joins me live. Now, Ben, you talked to some people who live on that road. What are they saying today?
That's right, Leah. I did talk with the family that lives right across from the Lees, and they were home when all of this happened, and they told me all about their frightening afternoon.
I'm a mess. I'm an absolute mess.
Judy Billock was home when the police showed up at her neighbor's house Thursday afternoon.
We were sitting there watching TV, and all of a sudden we heard gunfire, and I looked out the window because it's behind us, and I seen cops all over the place and laying on the ground, and they were just everywhere.
At the time, she didn't know who was shooting or where from.
The gunfire stopped for a little bit, and then I went to another room to look, and the gunfire started all over again.
Police told her and her husband and son to hide behind their home because they didn't have a basement where they could safely hide.
I had to beg for somebody just to bring us down here, just to get us closer to my mother-in-law's. It's been a rough day.
Her family has lived across from the house police surrounded for 7 years.
He's very quiet to himself.
We've never had any problems with any of our neighbors,
No.
let alone anything like this. No, this is a shock to say the least. I don't even know what to say here. Really.
Now, the Brockway schools were closed down for most of the afternoon, and they were in lockdown, and state police say they were going to decide overnight whether to reopen those schools in the morning. For now, reporting live in Brockway, Ben Manning, WTAJ News.
All right.
Thank you, Ben.
Now, as you heard earlier, the homeowner's sister at the beginning of our show, her name's Nancy Sipple, called right into our newsroom pleading for her brother's life. And here's more from our conversation with her tonight.
I just want them to know, please don't shoot him. Let somebody in the family try to talk to him, okay? Because I know that right now He's very upset about his son. His son is his life. That's the only thing my brother has is his son.
Okay.
And he's very upset about his son right now.
And again, that was Nancy Sipple, the sister of the homeowner there, Kenneth Lease Sr., who called in from out of state, concerned about her brother's safety. And as Leah mentioned, this could continue through the night and into the morning. And for the very latest information, we'll stay on top of it and have all information posted at least through the morning hours on wearecentralpa.com, as well as live reports beginning on WTAJ News this morning.
In other news, police say there's been another disturbing murder in our state involving one man killing another and chopping up his body. This took place, police say, in Rockdale Township, Crawford County. The victim's 58-year-old Gerald Van Dyke of Erie County reported missing on September 15th. After the investigation, police revealed 68-year-old Richard Hoy murdered Van Dyke. Van Dyke had been dating Hoy's daughter for nearly 10 years.
A fatal crash along Interstate 80 in Center County shut down the westbound lanes of that highway. The crash happened around 3:30 this afternoon at mile marker 168. Two tractor trailers collided. Troopers believe at least one person died, perhaps two, when both of those trucks overturned. They're still searching through the wreckage, and those westbound lanes are still closed.
Police say they caught up with an alleged Megan's Law offender, 19-year-old Logan Wilkinson, who was taken into custody today in the Williamsport area. Altoona police say he didn't register his address with the Megan's Law unit. They say that Wilkinson has some ties to the Williamsport area, and a tip led police to his whereabouts.
About 100 people were in Bellefonte, Center County today for a prayer vigil. That vigil was held across the world right at noon for American pastor Saeed Abedini. The pastor was arrested a year ago today after working to build orphanages in Iran. The government there calls him a threat to national security because of his Christian faith. Pastor Saeed's wife says her husband has been beaten in prison, and now she's spreading his story across the world in hopes of bringing him back to the United States.
He and his wife are 32, and they have one of their children is the same age as my daughter, and it just really pulled on my heartstrings because I could just imagine what this family was going through, and I felt that the Lord really wanted me to participate in this prayer vigil.
His wife says prison officials have offered to let him go if he denounces his religion and converts to Islam, but says so far he has refused to do so. For more information about Pastor Saeed, visit our website, wearecentralpa.com.
Local emergency medical workers gathered today. The Pennsylvania Emergency Health Services Council is holding its annual conference at the Blair County Convention Center. The event, which was today and tomorrow, focuses on education for emergency medical technicians, paramedics, and nurses in the field. The sessions include some hands-on demonstrations and exhibits of new medical equipment.
It's a wonderful opportunity for people to come here and to brush up on their current skills, to get to talk to other people about certain situations they've been in with patients, and then to learn from people from across Pennsylvania on new techniques and treatment.
Now, today's session's focused on pediatric care. Tomorrow's training includes the treatment of burns and cardiac arrest.
An update now on a bridge construction project beginning tomorrow. You'll be able to use a bridge that's been under construction in the Tipton area of Blair County, and the 7.5-mile detour along Route 220 bridge that's right over the Little Juniata River will be lifted around noon tomorrow. The contractor will return in the spring to put an epoxy overlay on that bridge. That project has been underway now since March. It's right near Del Grosso Family Amusement Park. That's what people remember.
Pretty busy spot there. So will the government shutdown that's potentially imminent here mean that we won't be able to pay our bills?
The Senate is set to vote tomorrow on a spending bill to avert just that. We'll have the latest coming up.
And our weather pattern's been kind of stuck on hold. At least it's been a comfortable weather pattern. Is it going to change anytime in the near future? I'll let you know.
If you have a news story, call 1-800-762-6053. WTAJ, your news leader, is telling your story.